That's it. Cosmiques Are finished. Solo. That was a real challenge, I'm not going to lie. First real alpine. First of all, welcome to this video of my solo attempt across Cosmiques Are. A little bit of context behind this video. So about a week before this, I climbed Mont Blanc with two friends, and I had planned some acclimatisation hikes and climbs in an alpine area up here with those guys before we attempted Mont Blanc. Unfortunately, the weather was horrendous, so we couldn't get any of those climbs in, and we just had to go out and attempt Mont Blanc. You can check out the video on this block here. However, I had one more day in Chamonix, and I did a lot of research on this climb across Cosmiques Are. I knew it'd be okay as a team, but solo might have been a bit tricky, especially as my first attempt across this route. So carry on watching to see how it went, how sketchy it looked at some points, but hopefully you'll enjoy it and it might give you some inspiration to go and do your one. So in the tunnel up at Aiguille du Midi, setting myself in, getting myself all roped up ready. There are tons and tons of tourists in this area. I was getting stopped, getting selfies with random people. He obviously couldn't work his camera, so he done it twice. Minding the tourists. Now this is the first time I've walked out of here, and the wind was howling, as you can hear it, and it was actually a lot sketchier than I thought. Steep slopes either side, so I was just taking it easy, getting used to the crampons again. I hadn't been in them for a while. I slowly picked up the pace as I went down this descent. Bonjour, how are you?
This is fucking beautiful,
isn't it? What a day for it.
It's my first time here. Wow. I'm impressed. What are you up to?
Cosmiques. You?
Just a quick chicken solo?
Yeah.
We want to do some rock climbing before scrambling.
Yeah. You got a nosebleed?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
What
okay.
can I do?
Oh, okay. I just let you know.
Thanks. There's not much I can do right now.
No.
It's just like
It'll
shock, I guess.
freeze.
Or is the excitement?
Do you want to pass us?
Okay. Yeah. pass?
Yeah, outside.
Yeah, plenty.
Looks like you could just slide up.
Yeah. Take care. Snow-covered ascent before you hit one of the huts. Quick stop with a British guide.
Hello. What are you doing?
Cosmiques.
Oh, why do you have a rope?
For the abseil.
Oh yeah.
So quite a bit further.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
We're gonna do the Cosmiques, but we're just refining our crevasse rescue edge.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, enjoy.
Enjoy. Maybe
Thank you.
see you up there.
Yeah. I must say I did find it unusual that she asked me why I had a rope if she was crossing this herself, knowing that there's 2 abseils that you need to do on this route. So beginning the climb up the first part of this route, there were a few groups and I was catching them up. Obviously being solo you can move a little bit quicker, so I was held up a few times but they soon let me go across. But it gave me opportunity to take in this fantastic scenery that I had around me. Well stuck. Caught up with a French group and they had one of their nuts stuck in the rock. Tried to give them a little bit of a hand, but I think it was wedged in far too much. I think they lost that there. Now the route is pretty steep, but it was well covered in snow. It made it a lot easier to climb up and scramble up over, being in crampons. Bonjour.
On va aller plus loin faire bec là si tu veux. Ok, bon, je suis parti pour là. Ça dépend, hein, s'il y a de camions.
So again here, caught up with another group. This was a group of 4, I think, if I... Obviously moving in a group when you're roped up and having to put in extra safety can take its time. So being able to move a lot quicker solo. Hey. One thing this video doesn't show very well is that plateau out there. There was people going in all sorts of directions. It was fantastic to see how many people were out, going climbing, doing a bit of ski touring or backcountry skiing. It was just really cool to be in that environment. We were over 3,000 meters high here. It was fabulous. Just going over this route, so the Cosmiques Are is a classic alpine ridge, well known, but you have to get the lift up from Aiguille du Midi. It offers plenty of mixed climbing, so snow, rock and ice, even on the really cold days. It's quite famous for its exposure. As you can see here, this is the crux of the route. It's about 3 meters high, exposed slab that you have to climb. It's not that difficult, but the exposure is what makes it difficult and a challenge. And this was the first time that I had climbed on rock with my crampons, so it was a lot of trust. And as you can see on the wall, there has been some grooves cut out to fit your crampons in. It did help me, but putting the trust and the confidence, knowing that my crampons were going to stick on rock, was what I was lacking. I'd never done it before, so there was a little bit of shaky leg time on this climb. Squeaky bums on that was. As you can see, looking over, the exposure of that, climbing that slab there was pretty extreme. So there were a few grades for alpine climbs, and this specific route is graded the AD. And the difficulty level of grade, so you start on the easiest, which is an F, easy, then you've got PD, which is somewhat difficult, AD, fairly difficult, which is what this route is, then you've got D, class as difficult, TD, even more difficult, and then ED, which is almost extreme, very, very difficult, high technical climbs. So we're sort of just below midway here on AD climb. Also along this route there are 2 abseils, so you will need, if you're going solo, at least a 30-metre rope. I only had a 60-metre with me in my trip to Chamonix, so I had to take a full 60, which was more than enough, and probably a little bit too much really, especially carrying this bulk of rope with me throughout all of this. Now, I bought some brand new gloves while I was in Chamonix, and I'm just about to lose one here. Absolutely gutted. There it goes,
Oh, bollocks.
flying down. I even went to put on one of them, I don't know why. But then cracked on and continued up. We're getting very close now. You can probably start hearing the works that are going on in the background up at Aiguille du Midi. Aiguille du Midi is actually at an altitude of 3,842 meters, which makes it a very high cable car, and if you haven't been up altitude, it's a very good place to just go and acclimatise if you're coming out to Chamonix or potentially climbing Mont Blanc. You can see there that in the distance, that's the plateau that I walked across at the beginning of this video. That's it. Cosmiques Are finished. Solo. That was a real challenge, I'm not going to lie. First real alpine work. Those views, absolutely incredible. Definitely one of my best experiences climbing this on my final day in Chamonix before heading back to the UK. At this point you have all the tourists on the viewing platform at Aiguille du Midi, and you head up this rickety, bendy, skinny metal ladder. They're all watching you. I mean, as a firefighter, I better not mess up climbing up a ladder, eh? Get to the viewing platform, all the tourists look at you like you're a madman. Headed over to the far side to sort myself out. Obviously this is adrenaline fueled climb, and I just really needed to take a breather and reflect on everything I'd done. Absolutely loved it. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. A short video of me climbing the Cosmiques Are. Although climbing Mont Blanc a few weeks before, this really put all the skills I have into practice, and I really enjoyed it. I really hope you enjoyed that video as much as I enjoyed the climb. If you're into this stuff, please like, share, follow, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff. It really helps. I'll continue posting videos like this. And if you want to check out my 24 hours in Mont Blanc, I'll put it on the screen here. But I'll see you on the next one.